It's time for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes to get pressure on.
The Odd Couple debates, and you decide the winner. But there's a catch. They only have 6 minutes.
That is right. It is the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio with the hottest growing radio show in the country with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. And guys, we know we wanted to incorporate the fans as this is a fan show. And we were tired of you guys having us biased opinion judges like Rob G and myself always picking the winners because you think our love can be bought. My Venmo is always there for you guys if you want to win. And anyways, we decided to get the fans involved with a segment we call 6 Minutes. And it's based off different discussions, topics, and letting us see the flame and energy you guys bring on a daily night to different topics and to have the fans decide who wins. So tonight's topic, which is going to be rather fun, is Vince Carter has finally called it quits, putting away his super suit after 22 years, which is incredible to think of any athlete going that long. Tom Brady, probably. He played in I can't even name all the teams. Raptors, Hawks, Nets, Magic, you name it. He's been everywhere, played with everybody. He's won a gold medal, slam dunk contest, rookie of the year. So guys, I want to present the question to you as, do you think that Vince Carter is a Hall of Famer? So Chris Broussard, we'll start with you. You got 2 minutes. Tell me why you think he is.
It is the Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame. An NBA title is not a requirement, and few stars without an NBA title have done more in or for the game of basketball than Vince Carter. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American, an Olympic gold medalist, and when he won gold in 2000 on a team that included Hall of Famers Kevin Garnett, Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, Alonzo Mourning, Ray Allen, Vince Carter was the leading scorer, averaging 15 points a game. That's 4 more than any of his teammates. And he put down one of the absolute most iconic play in Team USA Olympic history when he dunked over 7-foot Frederick Weiss. Then in the NBA, he was great, a bona fide superstar, one of the best two guards in the world for 11 straight years, an 8-time NBA All-Star. Of the 61 players who have made 8 or more All-Star teams, only one, Larry Faust, who played in the 50s, is not in the Hall of Fame. Vince is arguably the greatest dunker in NBA history, both in games and dunk contests. And beyond that, he's done more than any other player to lead to the dramatic growth of basketball in Canada. In 1998, when he started his career, there were 3 players from Canada in the NBA. After his 7 years in Canada, averaging 23 points a game, 5 All-Star teams, becoming one of the most exciting dunkers and players in NBA history. Canada fell in love with basketball because of Vince. Now they got 22 players in the NBA. They got Andrew Wiggins, R.J. Barrett, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray. You can thank all of that. More kids are playing basketball than hockey in Canada because of Vince Carter.
As usual, it's not the Hall of Very Good, and that's what Vince Carter is when you really take a look at his post-career. Chris had to trump up what he did prior, but if you do all that and take that into account, his NBA career was a disappointment. 22 years, and he made the All-Star team just 8 times in 22 years, and you're considered the greatest of all time, All-NBA just twice? I get the dunks. I get the Vinsanity. It's not a Lifetime Achievement Award for having longevity and playing a long time. Anybody who puts up minutes in the NBA is going to put up numbers, so the numbers are hollow. And here's the most telling thing that hurts his career when you talk about he went to 5 teams in a row after he left Toronto. Although he didn't go to bum teams, he went to teams that were good and had chances to win in the postseason. He went 5 teams in a row. Those teams had either gone to the conference finals or the NBA finals in the 2 years prior to Vince Carter getting there. So imagine, they got there, you get a star who's supposedly one of the all-time greatest players, so that should get you into a chance of winning a championship by adding a guy of his caliber. None of those teams went on to get to the finals once they got Vince Carter, so it didn't help them at all. It still should be about winning. No one's saying that if you don't win, you can't make it to the Hall of Fame. but you have to have a positive input and impact with the team, and Vince Carter just hasn't done that. That's the problem I have with just putting anybody in the Hall of Fame. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Don't hold when he was an old man against him. Let's compare him to some current shooting guards, current Hall of Famers who were shooting guards like him. Chris Mullin and Reggie Miller, 5 All-Star teams they made. Tracy McGrady made 7. Again, Vince made 8. Chris Mullin, 6 years, and Reggie Miller, 6 years of 20 points per game or more. T-Mac, 8 years. Vince Carter, 10 years, 20 points a game or more. Chris Mullin, 5 years, 24 or more points per game. Reggie Miller, 1 year. Vince Carter, 6. You say he's got no ring, but he made 5 times to the second round of the playoffs, 1 time to the conference finals. T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, never got past the first round, never won a playoff series. Dominique Wilkins, Hall of Famer, 3 times to the second round, never to the conference finals. George Gervin, 3 times to the second round, 2 times to the conference finals. Vince averaged 26 or more in the playoffs, 3 years, 22 or more, 4 years. You cannot tell the game of basketball if you talk about internationally Canada without Vince Carter.
Easily you can tell that because his mark didn't matter. When it came to winning, it still comes down to wins and losses when it matters most. He stuck around for a long time to pad his stats, and even his scoring numbers and everything went down because he stuck around for 22 years. So a lot of those numbers you look at, and they really don't have any meaning. It ain't about longevity. It ain't about just meaningless numbers. Guys have done more with less because they played in bigger games. They played in more meaningful games. I'll wait for the big shot that he made in the postseason. Let me wait, because I don't remember one. I don't remember him going to Dallas after they won a championship and helping them win again. That never happened. So Vince Carter, for all the stuff he's done in the NBA, which is a lot because of his longevity, none of it registers with me when I think of the Hall of Fame. It's not the Hall of Very Good. It's for the best of the best.
Oh me, oh my. Look at the odd couple blowing all their flames and hot takes up in the sky. You know, guys, I can easily pick a winner here because I have my views and opinions on him. But, you know, it's not up to me to decide who wins this. We got to go to our beloved fans to let us know who they think brought the hottest of hot takes. So let's start off with Ham in Jersey. Ham, who do you have in this debate and why?
I have Rob because I'm agreeing with him. It's not the Hall of Very Good. It don't mean a thing if it don't got a ring, and he did go to some contenders, and he wasn't able to deliver.
Ooh.
There you go.
Rob, thoughts?
No, that was my case.
Let's go.
All right, we got Joseph in Virginia. Joseph, who do you got and why?
You know I got to go with Chris, and it's because he's making common sense, okay? Do you remember Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight? That was what Vince Carter was. You look at his YouTube highlights, he was a human highlight reel. He should have a statue in Toronto.
Ooh, we're all tied up here, 1-1, CB and Rob. Let's go over to JT in Houston. JT, who do you got and why?
I'm agreeing with Rob, man. I just think that Vince Carter is very good. He did a lot of things, and you know, he like trailblazed in the NBA with his dunks and stuff, but he didn't win as much, and he wasn't effective like in games. And I just feel like he just didn't really. He's in the Hall of Very Good, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's good.
Well said.
Ooh, looks like Rob can make a comeback here. 2-1. We need one more if Rob can take it all. Let's go to Marty in Kentucky. Marty, who do you got and why?
I'll tell you guys, I'm really torn because coming into this, I was totally for Vince Carter because I felt the same way Chris does. But Rob made such a good argument, such a good debate. I'm going to have to ask for another opinion. So here it is.
You must be crazy, Chris.
Yeah! My man River! Yes, sir! Rob Parker is back in the win column. My man, where's my music?
Time for his music.
Yeah.
We got Steve
we got time
DeSager
for
coming
it.
up
we got
Steve
time.
Weiss
Steve
coming up.
DeSager can
and
wait.
all of you
My
owe me
goodness.
an apology when Vince Carter is inducted
And
into
Chris
the Basketball
is
Hall
the
of Fame.
NBA guru, or so they
Oh, he
said.
gonna make the Hall of Fame.
I'm the
Watch.
poo-poo king.
It don't matter. A lot of guys who don't belong there in the Hall of Fame, so that ain't no argument.
Well, it'll matter. Matter more than this.